YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got another video here by Anime Scan. This is the top 10 most anticipated returning isekais of 2026. This guy's on 6.1k subs. That's crazy, man. And this video looks like it's a super cool video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check out Anime Scan's channel. So yeah, guys, let's just jump in. Let's see what's going on. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think, and of course, let's just jump into the video. Let's go.
Hi guys, I'm back with another video. If you're a fan of isekai anime, 2026 is looking absolutely stacked.
Yes,
and
sir.
Some of these returns might actually surprise you. Just when we thought the genre might slow down, demon lords, assassins, healers, and overpowered heroes are all coming back at once.
Yes!
New seasons, special episodes, even movies.
Yes!
This year is packed. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's jump straight into the
what's
top
going
10 returning
on.
isekai anime coming in 2026.
Man, all I want is Mushoku Tensei. I don't even want to lie to you. I don't even know which ones am I anticipated for, but let's see what's on this list. What's on number 10?
Number 10, Skeleton Knight in Another World Season 2.
God damn, Skeleton Knight in Another World Season 2. Episode 1 honestly was one of my favorite episodes. I remember this anime. You know, episode 1, because I rewatched it, and I remember that, like, this was honestly the top isekai that was out there. But the problem is, it was so good first episode, and then the quality just went till it was so terrible, because this was the time where we just got out of COVID. I remember we just got out of COVID, and the only thing which was ruling was isekai. But the problem is with these shows is that it was one shot fight scenes. There was not enough fight scenes. It was one shot. Like, what I mean by one shot is they would anticipate a fight. They'd be talking, and they'll be like, now it's time to fight. And then they would just go, one shot, and the fight was over. So yeah, that was the problem with these isekai, no lie.
Proves that this series is more than just a lighthearted power fantasy isekai. What once felt like a fun adventure now evolves into a story with real weight and purpose. While Season 1 leaned heavily on comedy and Ark's overwhelming strength, Season 2 carefully expands the world and raises the stakes. Ark is no longer a carefree traveler. He is drawn into political tensions, racial discrimination, and the brutal reality of slavery, forcing him to confront the darker side of this world. The show does an excellent job balancing humor with serious themes, making the narrative feel grounded without losing its charm. Supporting
50-50.
characters, especially Ariane, play a more active role, giving the story stronger emotional balance. The action is smoother, magic battles feel more tactical, and Ark's power is used with intention rather than pure spectacle. With improved pacing and deeper world building, Season 2 feels more mature and meaningful. It doesn't reinvent isekai, but it refines it, delivering a confident, satisfying continuation that rewards returning fans. Number 9.
I'm 50-50 on that, because honestly, that show wasn't the best, especially like it started off fucking good, trust me. The beginning was amazing, but towards the end I'm like, it needs a little bit more refining. I feel like it just needs a little bit more refining for it to be one of the shows that I'll consider up there in the isekai world.
The World's Finest Assassin, Season 2.
The World's Finest Assassin also was another show where I felt like episode 1, episode 2 was just so great. But I remember the reason why I stopped watching this show was because there was just so much shows at the time that I was watching. So I just stopped watching it because it lost its flavor. But it was a really good isekai. The World's Finest Assassin gets isekai'd into an isekai. So now it's in another world. The goddess chose him to be an assassin to kind of take down the demon lord or the people like that were threatening the world. And it was cool the first few episodes, but over time it became very generic. I felt like, you know, that's one thing. It's a common theme of isekais becoming a bit generic over time, especially on this list.
Takes the foundation of the first season and sharpens it into something more calculated and intense. Unlike typical isekai that rely purely on overpowered action, this series continues to stand out through strategy, patience, and moral tension. Season 2 dives deeper into Lu's dual identity, a cold, professional assassin, and a young noble navigating relationships, politics, and destiny. The missions feel more complex, with higher risks and consequences that actually matter. What truly elevates this season is how it explores manipulation, sacrifice, and the cost of choosing logic over emotion. Supporting characters are no longer just tools. They have clearer motivations and emotional weight, making Lu's decisions decisions feel heavier. The pacing is tighter, the planning sequences are more engaging, and the action feels earned rather than rushed. While it still carries familiar isekai elements, Season 2 focuses more on psychological warfare than raw power. It's a calm but deadly continuation that rewards viewers who enjoy smart storytelling over mindless spectacle, proving that intelligence can be just as thrilling as strength.
I would recommend you guys watching season 1. It is actually a really good watch, but again, just have expectations a little bit low, because they do fail to hit the mark on most of the things, but they kind of do have a low-key understanding of world building. It's not as intense as more direct as other shows, but it's something. I gotta say, it's just something, you know. Let's see what's number 8.
Number 8, the wrong way to use healing magic. Season 2 takes a concept.
I really love this show. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic was one of my favorite shows I remember watching. It was something that, you know, I watched it because I never took it seriously, but the more I watched it, the more I kind of loved it. It's not the best isekai that you watch that is out there. The story is not amazing. It was a really nice show just to watch. That's why I like watching this show. I liked the whole dynamic. I felt like they kind of missed the mark on a few things, but at the same time, it's something. I feel like there's something there that needs to just they need to just hold the story down, I feel like, a little bit.
That initially felt comedic and turns it into something surprisingly intense and meaningful.
I agree with that. It started very off comedic, but overall it started getting a little bit more intense.
What makes the series stand out is how it completely flips the traditional role of a healer.
It flips it all the way around. 180, bro.
Instead of staying in the backlines, Usato's brutal training and unconventional fighting style push him to the front, where healing becomes a weapon in itself. Season 2 deepens this idea by raising the stakes and expanding the battlefield. The tone feels more serious, focusing on survival, responsibility, and the mental toll of constant combat. Usato's growth is the core strength of this season. He's no longer just a confused high schooler, but someone slowly accepting the harsh reality of war. The supporting cast, especially Rose, continues to play a strong mentor role, adding pressure and emotional weight to Usato's journey. Action scenes feel more physical and exhausting, making victories feel earned. While it still has lighthearted moments, Season 2 leans more into grit and progression, making it a satisfying continuation for viewers who enjoy underdog growth with a unique twist.
I guess. You know, one thing which I really liked about the show, it was just, it had an appeal that was really good. It wasn't refreshing. You guys kind of can predict what's going to happen next. The supporting cast, I think, were also really nice. The nice thing which I like about a good isekai, have a great protagonist, not too edgy, not too, you know, like power fantasy, but at the same time, have a balance with the supporting cast where we also kind of have an interest and also a fear of the supporting cast, because this person's trainer was really something interesting. If you guys like, I feel like this is a show I would recommend people to watch. It's really good. Not the best, but yeah, something.
Number 7. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Season 4 continues its quiet but powerful storytelling, proving
this is a show I never watched. I would be lying to you.
That isekai doesn't need constant battles to be engaging. This season focuses heavily on politics, social class, and the consequences of knowledge in a rigid world. Mine, now more aware of her influence, faces growing pressure from nobles, the church, and the systems she once tried to ignore. What makes Season 4 special is its patience. Instead of rushing major events, it carefully builds tension through dialogue, strategy, and emotional restraint. Relationships deepen, power struggles feel more dangerous, and every decision carries long-term consequences. The world building remains one of the strongest in the genre, turning small cultural details into meaningful plot points. Visually subtle but narratively rich, this season rewards attentive viewers. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Season 4 isn't about overpowering enemies. It's about surviving a world that resists change. A thoughtful, mature continuation that proves intelligence and persistence can be just as compelling as raw strength. Number 6.
That sounds fire. I feel like it's a show that, especially if you like slice of life, isekais in another world, you like the politics and all of that, I feel like that's a show that you should give a try. I'm not sure if I'll watch it, but yeah, I'll see. Let's check out what's number 7.
Skill in another world returns.
Ooh, this one, I feel like this is a show where I was so frustrated. It was nice watching, you know, because this was the time when I was watching anything anything that was a show. I was watching this. this was one way I was also low-key frustrated. It's an isekai where this guy can go into the isekai and come back from the isekai and level up in the real world because he got a gate from his grandfather. The grandfather also used to just go into the isekai, but there's a door. He can also come back into the real world. I feel like this is a show which also kind of frustrated me because I felt like they couldn't kind of missed the mark on a few things. The fighting scenes I remember were not that bad, but they missed the mark on a lot of things because this show could have been so good. It's trending, it's up there, trust me. This is one of the shows that was trending on a lot of websites. But yeah, check it out. I wouldn't say don't keep your expectations a bit low, but it's a good watch. Just doesn't hit the mark, I feel like.
Not with a full season 2, but with a special TV episode that serves as both a continuation and a reminder of the series' popularity. As of now, a proper season 2 has not been officially confirmed, but this special episode exists to keep the fan base engaged and the story alive. The series
Nah, that sounds like they're taking their money and running. Like hearing that they're just gonna do a full TV special, they're taking their money and they're running. I'm telling you guys.
has always leaned into extreme wish fulfillment, and the special episode states
They know that if they do a full season 2, they're gonna go broke. All the money is gonna disappear. Trust.
is true to that formula. Yuya's double life between the real world and the fantasy realm remains the core appeal, focusing on his sudden growth, confidence, and overwhelming power. Rather than pushing the story forward in a major way, the special episode works more like an extended bonus, highlighting character moments, action scenes, and the charm that made the first season popular. It doesn't answer long-term plot questions, but it reinforces why fans enjoyed the series in the first place.
I
This
guess.
special episode should be seen as a bridge, not a sequel. While Season 2's future remains uncertain, the TV special keeps hope alive and signals that the franchise is not done yet.
Now, it signals that the franchise is done, and this is their sequel episode. One thing you guys gotta understand, especially with shows like this that they didn't expect to pop off, because it popped off, guys. This one was one of the top isekais that's out there. I always see it on the top, like, 50 list of animes that people have watched of all time. And I'm like, how is this show that's up there? It wasn't the most strongest. I remember this show wasn't that strong with this isekai. It was a bit dull. Some episodes were dull. And yeah, I don't know, man. This is a sign that you shouldn't invest in it. But season 1 is nice. Give it a watch, but at the same time, it's a clear indication. If they're just gonna release an episode, they're done with this show. I'm telling you, I can bet on that.
Number 5, Saga of Tanya the Evil, Season 2.
I've heard about Tanya the Evil, but I never watched this. This is also another show I never watched. So far, only 2 shows I haven't watched.
Saga of Tanya the Evil returns, with a sharper focus on ideology, war, and psychological conflict. This season doesn't just escalate the battlefield, it deepens the mind games between Tanya, the Empire, and the unseen divine force manipulating her fate. Tanya remains one of Isekai's most unique protagonists, ruthless, logical, and terrifyingly intelligent. Season 2 places her in
fire.
even harsher military situations,
Bro, look at the animation. This is looking cool as fuck.
where
What the
victory
hell?
is never guaranteed, and every decision carries devastating consequences. What truly stands out is the show's commitment to portraying war as brutal and exhausting rather than heroic. Political tension, strategic warfare, and
Seems like
moral
fascism.
compromise take center stage, making every battle feel meaningful. The animation and sound design enhance the chaos of war, while Tanya's
Wow.
internal monologues continue to expose her fragile balance between survival and defiance against being X. This season feels more intense and focused, pushing the narrative beyond simple reincarnation tropes. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Season 2 is not about power fantasy, it's about control, belief, and the cost of ambition. A cold, calculated continuation that rewards viewers who enjoy dark, intelligent
What the
storytelling.
hell? Must watch isekai out there. Animation is great. I feel like, as long as if the show understands what it is and has great animation, good stuff. Must watch. Definitely must watch, guys. Watch that shit. I'm gonna watch that. That looks so amazing.
Number 4. The Eminence in Shadow. Lost
Eminence in Shadows. Also another isekai where season 1, masterpiece. This is an isekai masterpiece. It understands what it is and it gives us everything. Sometimes I would be frustrated with the show because of the protagonist is a bit clunky, but wow, season 1 from start to finish, great. Season 2, on the other hand, I felt like they kind of missed the mark with a lot of things. They kind of forgot what made the show the show. I felt like it was the same show but different people that were making the show. That's what I felt like with season 2. I felt like I was missing a lot of things. It made me so frustrated to watch it because I'm like, damn, season 1 understood the comedy, it understood the action, it understood everything about the show. But hey, man, we'll see, man. You never know. They might go back to the mark. But season 1 must watch if you're an Isekai fan, for real.
Echoes works as a cinematic extension of the series rather than a simple side story. As a movie, it amplifies everything fans love: stylish action.
Oh, it's a movie, yeah. They love this show. This show, definite must watch.
Dramatic irony, and Sid's unmatched commitment to playing the role of a shadow mastermind. Lost Echoes places Sid and Shadow Garden into a more focused, high-stakes narrative, allowing the story to breathe with better pacing and visual intensity. The film leans heavily into the contrast between Sid's absurd self-awareness and the very real consequences unfolding around him. What makes this movie stand out is how it balances comedy with genuine tension. While Sid treats everything like a performance, the world continues to suffer, fight, and evolve, creating a sharp emotional disconnect that feels intentional. Animation quality is noticeably upgraded, especially during large-scale battles and dramatic reveals. Rather than pushing massive lore expansions, Lost Echoes strengthens the identity of the franchise. It feels like a reward for longtime fans, a stylish, confident movie that reinforces why the Eminence in Shadow thrives on controlled chaos and perfectly executed delusion.
Yeah, no, Eminence in Shadow must watch. Love the fact that they're doing a movie on it. Yeah, one of those shows where if the movie is great, yeah, I feel like if you're a fan of the show, it's just gonna be a fun time. Definitely must watch season 1. If you haven't watched it, where are you? Go watch it right now. That shit's amazing. Season 2, you might like it, might not, but the movie, yeah, seems like it's gonna be great. Let's see what's number 3.
Re:Zero season.
I mean, Re:Zero, guys. Do I need to say more? Top isekais, top 5 of all time. This is definitely top 5 of all time. Of all time, no matter what the fuck comes out, Re:Zero is up there. Like this is it. This is what you want. If you've never watched Re:Zero, why are you watching Isekai? Watch this shit. Switch off everything. Watch Re:Zero. Come on.
4 continues to push the series deeper into psychological pain.
I mean, season 3, guys. Holy shit. I rewatched. It was very hard to rewatch season 1. I never really liked it because it was a little bit slow, but it was fun. Season 2 was also a little bit slow, but fun. Season 3, oh my god, that was amazing. I loved season 3. It had everything I wanted. It was just amazing. Season 4, guys, come on. I mean, what more do I need to say?
Emotional growth and brutal consequences. This season doesn't rely on shock value alone. Instead, it focuses on Subaru's inner transformation and the cost of constantly starting over. Return by death remains a curse rather than a power, and season 4 makes that suffering feel heavier than ever. The story slows down in the right moments, allowing trauma, regret, and fear to fully settle in. Subaru is no longer just trying to survive. He is learning how to carry responsibility without breaking apart. Supporting characters receive stronger emotional arcs, turning past mysteries into painful revelations. What makes season 4 stand out is its maturity. It trusts the audience to sit with discomfort, silence, and emotional exhaustion. The stakes feel personal rather than explosive, and every decision feels like it could permanently scar the characters involved. Visually restrained, but emotionally intense, this season reinforces why Re:Zero is not a typical isekai. It's a story about endurance, self-worth, and choosing to move forward even when the world refuses to be kind.
Yes. Re:Zero, top anime, top action, top everything. The story building, the world building, the characters, the side characters, everything about it. I'm shocked it's not number 1, because this for me would have been my number 1. This is I think one of the best isekais, one of the best fantasy genre animes that are out there. This is pure fantasy, pure self-awareness. It does everything that it's supposed to the point it doesn't even feel like an isekai. This is what fantasy is in an anime. Re:Zero. I love this show, honestly.
Number 2, Mushoku Tensei season.
Oh my god, Mushoku. This would have, if it wasn't Re:Zero, this would have been my number 1, honestly. Mushoku Tensei. This is the perfect isekai. I feel like the best example. It's the perfect isekai. When we talk about perfection, this is the show. It feels so much like fantasy. It understands the lore. It has great world building. It has great consequence. It has great. This is it. This is what we call pinnacle of shows when it comes to
3
isekai.
feels like a turning point rather than just another continuation. This season focuses less on adventure spectacle and more on emotional consequences, maturity, and long-term character growth. Rudius
Yes.
is no longer a child learning the world. He is someone forced to live with the weight of his past choices. Season
Yes.
3 explores adulthood, relationships, responsibility, and regret with uncomfortable honesty. What makes this season stand out is its willingness to slow down and let emotions breathe. Family bonds,
amazing.
romance, and personal failure take center stage, making the
feel like-
story feel deeply human.
I feel like if ReZero, if Mushoku Tensei understands what it's supposed to do, this could easily top off Frieren. I think Frieren is going to be number 1.
Despite its fantasy setting, the world building remains rich, but it serves the characters rather than overshadowing them. Visually, the animation continues to deliver subtle expressions and atmospheric storytelling, enhancing emotional moments rather than flashy action alone. Mushoku Tensei has always been controversial, and Season 3 doesn't shy away from that.
The reason why it's controversial because people like to nitpick on stupid things, and that's what makes it controversial. Honestly, the show is amazing. The controversy is dumb. It's low level controversy, honestly.
It confronts it. This season isn't about redemption through power, but growth through self-awareness. It's a mature, introspective chapter that rewards viewers who stayed for the long journey, proving why this
Yes.
series remains one of the most emotionally layered isekai ever made.
When we talk about emotionally layered, it's not even emotionally layered. It understands conflict. It understands loss, everything. And the best part about it, if a main point of an isekai, right, is we're going to another world. But at the same time, if we're going to another world, let's not forget about our previous one. That's the one thing which I love about Mushoku Tensei does. The responsibility and weight of all my mistakes from my previous life. I do not want to do any of those mistakes in this life. That's the point of an isekai. When I'm going into the new world, I'm starting from zero. Let me take all of the traits and all of the things that I've done in my previous life, and let me not do the same mistakes that I've done. It's reincarnation, starting a new life. That's the one thing which I love about Mushoku Tensei. The self-awareness, the storytelling, the animation, everything. This is everything. The perfect isekai. Mushoku Tensei, for real.
Number 1. That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
No. This could even be number 5. I didn't like season was it season 3 or season 2? I didn't like it. That I feel like the time I got reincarnated as a slime, season 1 is spectacular. It's up there, top 5 isekai. What makes it go down from top 5 to top 10 is it lost everything. I feel like it lost everything. The story became bland. It became generic. It became a bit boring. I would be falling asleep half of the time when I would be watching it because it's boring. There's no weight to the show. There's no purpose. It has no sense of direction. I feel like the story writers kind of lost what made this show popular. I feel like, in a show, there needs to be a good guy and a bad guy. Basic. Or if there's no good guy, bad guy, there's a goal. That time reincarnation lacks all of those things. It doesn't have a good guy or bad guy, and it doesn't have a sense of a goal. Because what's the point of Rimuru? What does he want to achieve in all? Because it feels like he's achieved everything. It's tame. I feel like it's such a tame show.
Season
even lie
4.
to you.
Slime reaches a major milestone as it officially returns in 2026 with not just Season 4, but a brand new movie released alongside it. This
Nice. I like that.
announcement alone shows how strong and confident the franchise has become. Season 4 is expected to push Tempest into an even larger political and military spotlight, where Rimuru is no longer a rising power, but a true global force. Diplomacy.
I feel like it's getting into the territories of Bleach. Okay, we're a true global force. So who's our enemy? Everyone. It lost the plot, bro. For real. Like the time I got reincarnated as a slime was just a simple slime show. Now it's getting into something where it's like, what am I even watching anymore? Like for real.
Alliances and large-scale conflicts are set to take center stage.
This is literally a power fantasy. No cap.
Raising the stakes beyond personal battles. At the same time, the movie offers a cinematic expansion of the Slime universe, allowing for higher production value, intense action, and focused storytelling that complements the main series. What makes this moment special is balance. Slime has always mixed comfort, strategy, and hype, and this dual release feels like a reward for longtime fans. Rimuru's journey from a simple reincarnation to a demon lord reshaping the world finally enters its most ambitious phase. With Season 4 and a movie arriving together, 2026 is shaping up to be the biggest year yet for the Slime franchise. And that's it.
I guess, and that's it. So yeah, you know, when it comes to all of these shows, I'm very hyped for ReZero. I'm very hyped for ReZero. I'm very hyped for Mushoku Tensei. Slime 50-50, but Eminence and Shadow also 50-50. I'm kind of a little bit leaning on the edge. The healer animation, the what is it even called? That healer animation, I'm so happy for it. I feel like the one is the wrong way to heal magic. The wrong way for healing magic, that one I'm hyped about. I feel like that one is gonna be fun. I feel like a lot of shows lack a sense of sequels. I feel like a lot of shows don't understand what it means to be a sequel. When we create a sequel animation for our show that was successful, they like that. I think that's the biggest flaw in anime, where shows either they take the money and they run, because man, they know that if we try and invest in this show, we're gonna lose everything. And that's why I feel like some shows, that's why it's very rare for you to find a show like Mushoku Tensei and ReZero. Slime, on the other hand, I gotta put it on a little bit of like they just lost the source. They lost everything about it of making it fun. But yeah, nah guys, for real, fun anime list. I agree with everything except for putting Slime as number 1. I feel like it maybe could be top 5, but not number 1. When there's ReZero and Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei, yes. I am also a little bit, you know, frustrated because it doesn't follow the manga 1-to-1. I feel like a lot of people which read the manga, they feel like it's rushed. But of course, it's only 12 episodes, and part 1 and part 2. So hey guys, but yeah, you guys tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Do you guys agree with my isekai taste? I'm 50-50. But yes, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.